everybody, welcome to Lido Fine Art. In today's video we are going to talk about books. Now, if you are a psychic medium or somebody who is interested in the paranormal or stuff like that, I have quite a few books for you to read, just so you can learn about this stuff, more so on the mediumship side of it, but yes. So for each book, I am going to tell you a brief synopsis, and I'm just going to read the back of the books just because I don't remember every single thing I've read, and some of this stuff is actually downloaded off of Audible just because when I go to work or drive anywhere, I like to listen to something, and why not it be something informative and something I can learn while, driving. So let's get into it. So book number 1. Yes, Led by Light. Now, this is a series of 2, and these books are the first 2 that I've ever read. And these ones talk about developing your intuitive mediumship abilities. This one's more about the beginning before you get to the actual abilities. So let's see. Here you will learn what intuitive mediumship is, its purpose and history, how communication with spirit works, consciously opening and closing yourself to spirit, setting your intention, creating and maintaining good boundaries, meditation exercises, raising your vibration while staying grounded, your intuition and how to connect with it, how to meet and develop a relationship with your spirit guides, symbols and understanding and interpreting messages. Yes, and this is by Reverend Joanna Bartlett. Alright, book number 2 of hers is very similar, as you can see. And this one is, this book you will learn how to determine your dominant intuitive senses, open your psychic senses and their associated chakras, develop each of the phases of mental mediumship, claircognizance, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairgustance, clairalience, clairsentience, understand the messages you receive, give and receive evidential messages from spirit. And it even has a little picture of her in the back. So, yes. Since I'm a noob and I don't know what I'm doing, those books are really good in understanding the history behind that stuff. And the exercises are easy to understand and apply to your everyday life. Book number 2. The Book of Psychic Symbols by Melanie Barnum. Hopefully I said that right. Now, this book is really cool because it basically talks about symbols, how you receive them, what they mean, and it even has like a definition, kind of like a dictionary in the back of each thing. Let's see, probably can't see. Where am I? Okay, like over here, water bottle. What does it mean when you dream of a water bottle? Buy this book and you'll find out. So let's read the back. So, tap into the symbolic world around you. A strong feeling, a remarkable coincidence, a strange dream, what may seem ordinary, could actually be an important message from a deceased loved one, spirit guide, or your higher self. Open to a wealth of guidance and opportunities by learning how to recognize and interpret the signs and synchronicities. I don't know why I can't say that word, but anyway, all around us. Expand your awareness of the symbols in your life, strengthen your intuition, overcome challenges, and manifest your desires. This experiential guide includes a dictionary of more than 500 traditional symbols, practical exercises to develop your intuitive abilities, guidance in defining your own personal symbols, explanation of how to use chakras and auras, stories and true life psychic experiences. So yes, and again, you don't have to be a psychic medium. If you like lucid dreaming, picks apart your dreams. Definitely is a must-have. All right. Book number 3 is called Mediumship Mastery by Stephen A. Herman. Now, this book is like a textbook. And if you're like me who likes to learn via textbook, this is definitely a must-have. And like a textbook, it'll talk about definitions, and it'll go through each thing, and at the end of each chapter, it'll have exercises you can do by yourself or with a group of friends. So, let's see. So you will learn how to distinguish your own imagination from genuine psychic impressions, how to correctly interpret spirit messages without distortion, how to receive ultra-specific evidence from recognizable spirit communicators, how to expand your mediumship in both the private session and from the platform, and how to spiritualize your mediumship and enhance your existing abilities. So, yes, this is the ultimate guide of learning for sure. And just so you know, you guys, I will link each book down below. And just so you know, if you see me looking up and down from my phone, it's because some of them I had downloaded onto Audible because I like to listen while I drive. So yes, this book number 5. This book is a must-have. Even if you're not a psychic medium, if you like the paranormal and you like doing paranormal investigations, definitely buy this book by Melinda K. Lyons. She also has a YouTube channel, and I will link her down below. Or you can just go into my playlists, and a lot of her videos are there just because she's very informative. She knows what she's doing. Definitely. I've actually had a psychic reading from her, and she is amazing, you guys. So definitely give her a chance, especially this book. So the back says, to embark on the study of demonology is to set onto a road severely less traveled. This book covers red flags and the insights into the consciousness of a demonic entity, meant as contemporary guide into the knowing of when one is in the presence of a demonic energy, covering a range of the many signs, answering the questions by countless victims and even skeptics. The information is not only a structure of tips when discerning the malevolent presence, also holds the cosmic answer to the heated question, how were demons created and where do they come from? So, this book, I'm so sorry, Melinda. I can't get my words straight today. Anyway, this book is kind of like, if you ever play a video game and you go through each character and you click on it and it gives you the stats of each character you're playing, that's how this book is. It goes through the type of demon and then like the stats of it, like danger levels, how will it impact you. It goes through the stages of demonic hauntings, which most people don't even know about, and I wrote them down because I can't focus and record and do a bunch of things at once. So the 4 stages are infestation, oppression, influence, and possession. So for me, I use this book. This is like the holy grail for me, and her videos too, because it helped me get rid of a dark entity that was terrorizing me for weeks, you guys, for weeks. And what it used to do was I'd wake up at 3 in the morning and all my electronics would go off at once. And this has never ever happened to me before in my entire life. So what it would do would be I'd wake up, and if it's not playing with my electronics, I could see like in my head, I don't know how to explain it, but psychic mediums, sometimes they don't just see something right in front of them. It's just like an impression that's in their head. So for me, that's how it was. I could see this thing at night pacing around my room like I was its prey. It was weird. But anyway, it only got to the second stage for me, which was oppression. Yes. So oppression, basically, it wants you to be scared and it wants to seclude you from everybody. So it's easier to do stage 3 and 4 because its ultimate goal is possession. And I did not want to deal with this crap anymore. So yes, I used this book. It tells you how to get rid of unwanted entities, and her videos as well definitely talk about that stuff. So yes, if you are someone who is new to this and you don't know how to discern good from bad, this book is a good way to help you do that. Her videos as well. And again, I will link everything down below. What else? She does have personal stories in here. So if you're someone that's very developed as a medium and you have, you know, problems with dark entities and stuff bothering you, this will help you. I don't know. It's just something, how do I explain it? It just shows that you're not alone in this and that someone else understands what you're going through. So yes, definitely get this book. I love this book. I'm probably gonna buy my friend a copy just because she likes paranormal stuff. Also, like, if you're into paranormal investigations and you don't have any psychic abilities whatsoever and you come into contact with something, you could probably use that book to help discern what it is. Maybe. I think you could. I mean, it helped me, so I think it'll help y'all. Alright, so the other books now are on my phone because I downloaded them off of Audible. And the next one is Astral Projection by Tabitha Zalit. Now this one talks about how to astral project, the background of it, and it gives you like exercises on how to improve and perfect your astral projecting skills. So it's a short one, I believe. I don't think it's more than 2 hours. Let me see. Book details. It's 1 hour and 2 minutes long reading. So let's see. What's there? So top 10 most common and effective methods for astral projection. Top 10 greatest benefits for traveling in the astral plane. How and why astral travel was used already from ancient times. If astral projection is a supernatural affair, transcendent liberation, or an afterlife forecast, what are the signs for astral projection and how it actually happens, how to best prepare physically and mentally for an astral voyage, and more. So, definitely, I recommend that one. Now, one of my favorites is called Ghost Tracks. Let's see. Ghost Tracks by Cheryl A. Wicks, Ed, and Lorraine Warren. So if you don't know who Ed and Lorraine Warren is or are, Ed was a demonologist and Lorraine was a psychic medium. So this Ghost Tracks book goes through all of their accounts and their stories. So for me, it actually answered quite a lot of questions that I had about, like, what does it mean when this happens or when this happens? So here's the little synopsis that this provides. Just beyond the shadows, in the twilight space between life and death, lies the place where ghosts, demons, and otherworldly horrors tread. For most people, this place is something to be encountered only in their worst nightmares, but for Ed and Lorraine Warren, it is home. As the founders of the New England Society of Psychic Research, the Warrens are the world's most renowned experts in the paranormal, investigating thousands of supernatural events in their long, spectacular careers, and now, in this remarkable audiobook, their story can finally be told. So, from a murdered boy's terrifying unrest to the Amityville horror, The Warrens use scientific rigor to investigate impossible claims. Like few others, they have an intimate understanding of evil and a willingness to battle it wherever it rears its head. In the realms of the supernatural, Ed and Lorraine Warren understand that just because something is impossible doesn't mean it isn't true. So, yes. And even if you don't believe in psychic medium stuff, this has a lot of great stories. So even just as a story, overall, it is amazing. So, yes, definitely read that. Now, Ghost Among Us by James Van Praagh. He is very renowned. And I believe he actually worked on The Ghost Whisperer. Like, he helped make that show by giving them, like, information and stuff on how the whole mediumship thing works. So, here is the synopsis. Everyone loves a good ghost story. Ghost Among Us is that and more. An incredible journey into the spirit world that sheds light on the greatest mysteries of life and death. James Van Praagh shares his knowledge about and life experience with ghosts, taking a world that to many of us seems both crazy and scary, and making it accessible, leading not only to understanding but even inspiration. Filled with extraordinary true ghost stories and surprising details about how ghosts actively participate in our lives, Van Praagh challenges us to question our perceptions and shows how we can live more fully by being open to the spirit world. So just like Ghost Tracks, it talks about his accounts and his experiences. So definitely a good read. I even have this in a physical copy, but I lent it to my mom so she can read it, so she can understand what I'm dealing with. So, last but not least, The Demonologist. The Demonologist, the extraordinary career of Ed and Lorraine Warren. And again, this is about their accounts. So, if you think ghosts are only responsible for hauntings, think again. The Demonologist reveals the grave religious process behind supernatural events and how it can happen to you. Used as a text in seminaries and classrooms, this is one book that you can't put down, which is actually really true. I was obsessed with listening to this book. I lost my spot. So, for over 5 decades, Ed and Lorraine Warren have been considered America's foremost experts on demonology and exorcism, with over 3,000 investigations to their credit. They reveal what actually breaks the peace in haunted houses. The book was expertly written by Gerald Daniel Brittle, a nonfiction writer with advanced degrees in literature and psychology, specializing in mystical theology. Don't miss the Warrens in the new blockbuster movie, The Conjuring. So yes, it talks about that case as well in the book. So if you're familiar with that movie and you like that movie, that book actually talks about what really happened, and their stories of what happened and how that movie was made from their stories of that investigation. So you guys, that is the end of my little book review and recommendations. In a few months, when I get more read, I will share them. But for now, these are the only books that I have gotten through. So if you like, please subscribe. And if you have any questions, please comment down below with your questions and concerns. Alright, see you guys soon. Have a super special, awesome day.